Hey guys, we are here today at a place that is near and dear to my heart. My daughter Savannah went to Heritage School from kindergarten through graduation, and Celie went for several years as well. I was a Heritage cheer mom, actually helped start the program years ago, and we are super excited and honored to be here at Heritage Stadium, we'll call it, with Coach Tim Shipman, who has been coach for how long?
This will be my 18th season. Basically, I helped start the program. John Aiken and others asked, they got together and they began to pray about it. They got a schedule. They got about 9 guys together, but they needed a coach. And so about 2001, they came and asked if I would help get the program started, and I said nope. And of course the Lord had other plans, and over about 2 or 3 months they said, well, could you just come help us kind of have a little practice or something like that. So we started out at the elementary playground and moved over to a horse pasture because we didn't have our own field or didn't have Heritage Field or stadium. And so 18 years later, now we're still trying to get things started around here.
I think you're what the Dallas Cowboys used to say about Tom Landry. They would always say, the only coach the Cowboys have ever needed. They wouldn't say had, they said the only coach they've ever needed.
Coach Shipman is the only coach.
So, I could even be mentioned in the same universe with him as an honor.
Yeah.
We play 6-man football, which is a lot of the same fundamentals as 11-man. However, the field is only 80 yards long. It's about 20 feet in on each side compared to an 11-man field. And if you were to go around the state, I would say that you would find most teams have anywhere from 10 to about 15 to 18 players. Just because these little small towns and small private schools, that fits them better. This year we've got 10 guys who are ready to go. We're young, 5 of them are freshmen. We have 1 senior.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're building this year.
And so it is a rebuilding year. However, you would be surprised what we can do. We've got a great junior high program, and they have taught these freshmen quite a bit. I have to give them praises. And so they came in. We've got a strong freshman class, and we're certainly not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. So
you've had this experience before, though, right? I mean, 18 years you've rebuilt.
We've been down this road. In 2010, we had 10 guys, which was one of the best years we've ever had. We didn't make it to the state game. We got knocked out in the semifinals. However, that's really not what we bank our years on. We always ask ourselves, we're going to know if we were successful 10 years or 12 years down the road whenever we find out if these guys, what kind of husbands and what kind of fathers and what kind of community members they turn out to be. That's really our measure of success, more so than maybe 6 state titles or semifinal appearances and rings and trophies and those kind of things.
I was fixing to say, it's kind of nice. You got a few of those, don't you?
Well,
6, right?
I have been blessed with some incredible athletes through the years. And,
yes, you have.
Well, the nice thing of what you do here is, football is kind of a step of what you guys have done. You've got these Christian values, and like it says on your board over there, building champions for life.
Right.
If you don't mind, explain a little bit about that, because you've got a season up against you, and how do you not get so competitive and angry, be turned the heart of a lion and
Absolutely. Well, I think the most important part is just having your priorities and keeping them straight, holding one another accountable. I think we have established a consistency, some legacy in terms of what our priorities are. God first, family second, and we are third. And down here somewhere, and we put academics above football as well. Football is kind of way down here somewhere. We do use the opportunity. We talk about how we play in between the white lines and how we behave and act and choices we make outside the white lines, whether it be up in the classroom, outside the gate, outside in the community, at home as sons. And so we simply have the philosophy of trying to use the game of football, just like many others do.
Yeah.
To mold the character and the decision making and the leadership skills of these guys. When you talk about building champions, one of the things we really strive to do is to define what is a champion. And I can tell you, it's not exactly what you might see ESPN defining as champions. And so this particular year, we're focused on 7 old school values. Those are respect, loyalty. You have to earn what you get. Nothing's handed to you in life. Learning to be mentally strong. It revolves around also good discipline habits. So as we kind of build this season around those 7 old school values, the other piece that we roll in there with each one of those is biblical principles and scriptures and things you heard me talk about, putting God first. And it's easy to talk about, but even Coach Shipman, one of the things over these years that's happened with me is sometimes there's times in my life I haven't put God first, or I haven't put family second. And it's a great opportunity to model with these guys and to walk through life with them. We always call it a season of life, a journey that we go through in a football season. And
well,
this year's no different.
Speaking of season, you got a game coming up. Who you playing?
So we have a scrimmage, August 25th. It's actually 4 teams right here at Heritage School at Heritage Field. It's against Marble Falls Faith, San Antonio Feast, and Bulverde Bracken. We do make it a habit to play non-district and scrimmages against schools that are bigger than us, just in trying to prepare for our own district and playoffs. Our first game is August 31st, Friday night, 7:30 at San Antonio Winston School.
Okay.
And your homecoming is?
Homecoming is, we call it flight night actually, because usually the game ball comes in on a helicopter, which is a fun, exciting night, and a time for the alumni to come back and everything. It is September 14th.
Nice, got to make that in your calendar.
Friday night, 7:30, you definitely want to come out here. One thing that we pride ourselves in is just creating an awesome family, good, wholesome environment.
Yes.
You can bring the whole family out. We are technically in the middle of a pasture.
True.
Some of the most beautiful sunsets in Gillespie County, and
got almost 40 acres here. We're close to it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me to another philosophy. You'll notice on our visitor sideline are bleachers, and then on the home side there are no bleachers. We kind of do it old school and set up lawn chairs and stuff like that.
You just have a little hill there that people can sit on blankets or chairs.
Absolutely.
And I love it that you follow the philosophy of giving better to the visitors than we take for ourselves.
That's one thing we try to. I've tried to take on the philosophy of if you're going to preach it, you got to walk it.
Well, I can tell you guys one thing for sure. Coach here sounds very meek and controlled, and he is all those things. But I have been on this sideline more than I care to tell you about, and this guy gets intense. I don't think there is any man around here that the guys love but fear more than Coach Shipman. So I know I've heard the stories about you dropping them off, making them walk back. And
have you ever been ejected?
Never.
You've never been ejected?
No, he behaves himself.
I do. I've had my fair share of flags, mostly because I'm halfway on the field and I get run over by an official or something like that. But I don't know what you're talking about. I've never raised my voice.
We can only hear it over there.
So how many games do you have this season?
We play 10 regular season games, of course 5 district, 5 non-district,
Okay.
and then after that we hope to play about 4 or 5 playoff games.
Okay, and the games usually start?
They all start at 7:30.
7:30, okay.
Friday nights, right here at Heritage Field, 310 Smokehouse Road.
I've got a little offer that I can go play a little scrimmage with the boys.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can. Can we do this first before you get off?
Okay.
You bet.
Let's
You
go do
bet.
this first.
I
promise you get to play.
we're gonna get him a touchdown.
Okay.
That's,
I don't want to tell. I just want some action.
you just want action. Okay, we can do
okay,
that.
I heard
We can
that.
do that.
All right, let's do that. Let's go.
You got to
through the lines.
stretch here.
Okay.
And in 2009, they were in the process of building the school, and so we used to have an old train car that we kept our equipment in, small train car box.
Which is now parked way over in that
It's way
field.
over in the corner, loaded with red wasp. And we dropped it off right in this spot where we're standing, in about waist-high grass. Of course, everywhere you see was waist-high grass. And we had a dream that we would have a field. We thought maybe someday, maybe we'll have lights, who knows?
Yeah.
And little by little, things started to take shape. In sticking with our philosophy of just having the kids take ownership and teaching them hard work and appreciation for what they have, we set out on a mission because we really had no other choice. And we went and cleared some cedar for a family, and in return they paid for the sprinkler system. And so even between that time and building the field, the grass grew up to waist high again. We didn't use it for a year or two. And then one day we got a little bit more direction, and we came in here with a disc, myself and another coach, and we just plowed it, dodging sprinkler heads. And after we plowed it under a little bit, we kind of leveled it with an old chain link fence and threw down some Bermuda grass seed and began to. The last play of the game, Chad Johnson grabs their spread back, their stud. He grabs onto the jersey because we only won by 2. They're on the 15-yard line. He rips him down his jersey rips. He has a piece of his jersey in his hand, and Joe Meek comes and finishes him. Game over.
Oh wow!
And so for years, that piece of jersey was screwed into one of those boards right there.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Noah Given, a junior, and John Fritz, a freshman.
Are you, what?
Yeah. Now here's something that you probably hadn't thought about.
What's that?
So when you have 10 guys and it's 6-man football,
Yeah.
you go to run team in practice, you've got 6 guys on offense. How many does that leave for defense? 4.
Yeah.
So that doesn't complete the defense, does it? So that's
less scary of
Yeah.
chance of me getting tackled.
well, that's right. That's right.